Are you flipping the rage bait on me?
What is that existence? Responding to chuds. I love doing it.
Let's go with the dog against the dogs.
Alabama.
When I had a choice to pick a co-host.
I know.
Oh, you're betting on the game. Why would you be doing that? Because it's fun. Welcome back to Geek'd Up Bets. Joe DeLeone, Sean Anderson, here every single Thursday, delivering you what you need to be betting on every single weekend. We've got the college football playoff. We've got NFL action on Saturday and on Sunday. All of that action coming up for today's show. Sean, you fired up?
I'm bummed out because my roommate hates me and my co-host hates me and I can't bring home gifts for the house.
Stop bringing... Okay, I'm like trying to restrain myself from using a lot of inappropriate words to describe you because, trying to be a little clean here.
Sure.
You keep bringing me home stacks of Reese's cups that you're taking from the office that you work at. Stop doing it. I don't like candy that much. I don't want the Reese's. There's like 10 now in this apartment.
No,
They're
they
big
ran out
too.
because I worked through them.
You've been eating them?
I've been eating them because you won't share them with me.
Stop giving them to me then.
No,
I don't want them.
I get upset that I can't bring my buddy a nice treat back from the office.
No, because I don't want it, so you're doing it to antagonize me.
I think
there's
that
a
you
difference.
could use a little bit of sugar.
I got plenty.
No,
I got
you're not
plenty.
getting any sugar.
I got
now.
plenty.
Look, I just don't think that throwing them at me is an appropriate reaction.
But I've done it 4 times now because you keep giving them to me. So stop it. We'll figure it out eventually.
Just put them in the freezer. You'll have a nice cold treat later.
I'm going to crash out, and it's going to be because of you. One of these times I'm going to have like a real bad day, and you're going to do that to me, and I'm actually going to crash out.
Then I'm going to have to crash out back on you because I would not understand getting that's running you out of $3 of a big king size Reese's cup. I'm giving
$3 you're not paying for.
I know it would though.
I don't want them. I wouldn't spend the $3. Okay. We're here to talk about betting.
Sure.
This is a betting show. We're here to preview the action this weekend. Also coming up later, our favorite random bet of the week, frauds of the week, AI pick of the week. We're going to hear from that ass hat.
Mm-hmm.
The AI bot who's mean to us. He left us a real scorcher today, by the way.
Why do you mean?
Why do you keep giving him an it?
Why do you keep calling it him?
Because he's got a male voice.
I'm telling you,
we should ask him. We should ask him next time.
Sure. Okay.
What he identifies as?
I'll get into that with the bot.
Let's jump over to college though, Sean, to start us off here. The college football playoff kicks off tomorrow on Friday. 1 game on Friday, 3 games on Saturday. Lots of action. You should be peppering the board. Our predictions for today, we're going to be giving out a pick for each game instead of doing our typical draft 4 picks. A little update on the standings. Sean got the under because he got lucky because the game slowed down. There were 6 minutes to go. If Army had marched down, the over was going to hit. I was looking good, but I got completely screwed. So now it's tied.
So now it's 18 of the last 20 that the under is hit in that matchup.
I had a lot of good reasoning to do it.
I didn't say you didn't. I'm just saying my pattern won.
Screw you.
Winner.
We're both tied at 8-8. This is going to be a tight week. We both need to perform well in order to one of us to separate here. Starting off, Oklahoma versus Alabama on Friday night. Oklahoma rather is favored at -1.5. What is your pick for this game? What's your favorite bet?
Oklahoma giving 1.5. I like the Oklahoma home favorite. I like that they're at home. This first round of the CFP, one of the great things about a very complicated playoff format with a lot of arguing and bickering is that the first round's games are at home team stadiums. Like it's going to be on campus playoff games. So Oklahoma getting that, the spread should be 3. This should be a traditional home team gets 3 points because of how intense the atmosphere is going to be. And this is college. It's not like a home NFL game in the wild card round. Those are normally all right, but no, this is the CFP. The people in Norman, Oklahoma are going to be rocking, and I don't want to put any eggs in the Alabama basket. The distraction overload with Kalen DeBoer, possibly wanting to be out at Alabama. Doesn't matter what he says. There's a source that's saying he does want to go to a different school. Like, that's not locked in Alabama before the playoffs like we've seen them before. So Oklahoma Oklahoma, better.
Maybe that's how they say it. Oklahoma.
Yeah. Home field advantage. I like Mateer at quarterback. I think he's solid. I'm not going to sit here and say he's better than Ty Simpson. I won't do that. But I loved what Oklahoma did in the first matchup versus Alabama. I think they do it with an even more raucous crowd.
You had solid analysis until you said that John Mateer was solid.
He has
been
solid.
Quite a mess. Here's the thing. I was debating giving out over 40.5 on the points here. Both these defenses are going to rule this game. Both offenses have been sputtering. They've been having issues. They've been incredibly inconsistent. Neither offensive line is really playing great right now. Neither team can run the ball. Simpson's the better quarterback. Alabama has the better receiver room. But I'm in lockstep with you here. Oklahoma covering, winning this game. It's a tight spread. It's basically a pick 'em. I'm going with Oklahoma to cover 1.5. Plain and simple. The first time that they played, Oklahoma defied logic, and they've been doing it all damn season long. They've got all these games where they go under 300 total yards, but they win by forcing turnovers, by kicking long field goals with Tate Sandell, and just these big game-altering plays that their defense produces. It has nothing to do with their offense. They can't finish drives, damn it. I think that Alabama, we saw the cracks the first time that they matched up. It was revealed that they've got some serious issues with trying to get things going on the ground, commanding the pace of the game with their run game. Even if Jam Miller is available, I do not trust in Bama to be able to put enough points on the board because all it takes is one big sack to derail a drive. And I foresee that happening. Moving on over to JMU versus Oregon. What bet do you like the most?
Oregon giving 21 points. Big spread don't scare me. It's JMU. If you're Oregon and you are a team that is looking to make a legitimate push to the college football playoff championship, you don't let a G5 team from Virginia fly across the country and then go to your stadium and lose by less than 3 scores. That's not how this works. If you're going to supplant yourself as a dominant program, then you do it by beating JMU by 3 scores. And Oregon 21, I'm not worried about it. I know JMU's got good linebackers and the closing speed, whatever. I don't care. It's freaking Oregon. They've been great all year. They can put up points in bunches, and they have the athletes. There's a jump between, as we've seen as FCS guys, we've seen guys make the jump from FCS to G5, and when we've played G5 teams, like, oh, man, they just had a few more athletes than us. Not a huge gap. What do you think the gap is from G5 to top 5 team in the nation when it comes to athletes? It's pretty expansive. Oregon wins by 3 scores. I'm not worried about the big spread.
I think they're going to dog them. I agree with this, but I decided to go in a different direction because I didn't want to just give all spread picks and pretty much go all chalk on the favorites. I'm taking over 46.5 points. For a lot of the things that you just said, I really think that Oregon's going to boat race them. I went back and watched the Sun Belt championship game because I didn't watch it live. We were in a very loud bar that it was hard to watch it and see it. You feel like it looked like you're ready.
I'm trying to remember
something.
the bar.
It was the one that I kept complaining about the noise. And
the nice one. Yeah, the nice one.
It wasn't a nice one. It was nice if we didn't want to have a conversation with the people that we were with.
There were a lot of pretty girls at that bar. And
did you talk to any of them?
Maybe I was
going to. Yeah.
Maybe I might have possibly.
Yeah, sorry. Actually, give me minus 500 on Sean to not talk to a girl.
And I couldn't talk to him because you kept on Cam Warding because they're rooting for Tulane.
I was doing a lot worse. I kept throwing in chirps.
Scumbag.
I kept throwing in chirps, saying that Tulane sucks, and that obviously
would have invited him over. Oh, sorry, no, my friend is
my friend bet against you, so he's pissed off and in a bad mood, and he hates your presence. I like the over in this though because there were a lot of issues for JMU covering Ra Thomas, former Power 4 Georgia receiver, talented kid. The whole Sun Belt championship game, it was big contested catch. That's one dude. I don't know if Evan Stewart, De'Corian Moore are going to be fully good to go, ready to go. But even if they're not, their receiving unit is good enough to completely smoke this JMU secondary. They're going to put up a lot of points. I think 46.5 gives enough of a buffer that Oregon doesn't need to win by 46 points, 46-0. JMU is going to score. They'll probably score a little bit of backdoor here because Oregon's going to pull their starters from the game in the fourth quarter. I think that Dan Lanning's one of those statement guys, so it makes a lot of sense for them to win this thing with a ridiculous exclamation point. Ole Miss versus Tulane. What's your pick?
Under 56.5 is my pick. Slop fest, Slop fest bell, ding, 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 ding. No head coaches for either team that started the season are still on the team, ding, 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 ding.
Well, Summerall's there, but I've brought this up before. I think that Summerall's really distracted at the current moment, and it was written about how he's got 2 phones and he's not getting any sleep, and he's really grinding, figuring out the Florida job.
He ain't there, all right? He might be there, but he isn't, or present, but he isn't there.
Right, that's my point.
Yeah.
Well, but the one thing that was reported this week is that he met with DJ Lagway about the future of his team, and nobody bothered to recognize, hey, seem awfully involved with the roster management of a team that you're not coaching just yet. But
it's just all slop. The teams are not. I don't expect them to be firing on all cylinders. I don't expect them to be firing on many cylinders at that. Ole Miss, I would have loved to go and rip the spread on them, but what are they? Who are they without Lane Kiffin? I don't know, because he's been there for so long and he has been so integral. You couldn't say Ole Miss offense without saying Lane Kiffin before any other player. So do I think they're going to go out there and light it up? No. It's probably going to go back to some pretty rudimentary offense and defense from both teams. And that doesn't lead to a bunch of creativity or big splash plays. I think Ole Miss is just going to, we're bigger than you, we're stronger than you, we're a bit faster than you, and win by,
faster?
Just a bit. Keep giving your money back. I don't know. The Summerall throwing his petty cash back at Tulane also was it kind of miffed me a bit. $100K? Give him $1 million. What was that?
Yeah, $100K is not really. What does that get you?
Oh, billionaire donates $50,000 to the shelter. That's like me throwing 50 cents in the pot for it. All right? Give him some real dough.
Also, by the way, with this, it was a blowout the first time that they played. It was more than 17.5 points the first time that they played. I'm surprised that this line is not bigger. Well, in line with you talking about the blowout and everything, but I like this Ole Miss minus 17.5 for this game. Look, you just painted the picture here. This Tulane squad, what is the best thing that they do? Who is the elite player that they have? Am I scared of Jake Retzlaff?
You should be.
They already played the first time, and it was a joke. I think that as much as you're talking about here with Golding taking over, at least they've got a settled coach. I think that Ole Miss is pissed off. I think that they're trying to prove themselves that we don't need Lane.
I hadn't considered that side of things.
It's like rolling up to the gym the day after you go through a breakup and you're just going crazy. You're in there for 2 hours. You're like max benching with no spotter. You're just seeing red.
You're doing a certain type of grip on the bench bar.
Yeah.
We're not going to specify, but let's say the thumbs aren't locked under.
But the point is that you're very intense about proving yourself in a very physical way and relentlessly putting it out into your opponent. I think that is going to apply here for Ole Miss. That's not even 3 full touchdowns. You think that they're not going to lay this thing on thick?
You know what? I thought Tulane was – I just don't know. They're scrappy. Like, that's what I want to describe this team as.
Cool.
Scrappy.
That doesn't work against the SEC.
I know, but I don't like messing around with scrappy teams. Like, because you know what? They're going to scrap their way into some fourth quarter. I'm not even going to put it in the air. I don't have a spread bet. I don't need to put that in the air.
What are you doing, man? What are you doing, man?
I didn't like that you were talking about Oregon sitting starters at the end of the game, and then maybe JMU gets one. Breaks that spread down.
Yeah, they'll cut down the lead to 40. Yeah, they'll cut the lead to something a little bit smaller. All right, Miami versus Texas. What do you got? Texas A&M. Miami versus Texas A&M.
I am taking Texas A&M. I believe in Mike Elko more than I believe in Mario Cristobal. Also, I don't know if you've caught wind of this, but Miami caught wind last time they were at Texas A&M of a bunch of horse dung behind their sidelines. I caught
that. That was fun.
Sorry. That is some real deal in your head stuff that could only happen at a Texas college. So if that is going on again, Miami is going to be in a bad spot with their sideline presence. I think Marcel Reed is a better quarterback than Carson Beck. I think everything. If I picked Miami in this game, they would roll and they would roll in the first half, and I'd be sitting here like a genius. And then second half starts, and Carson Beck throws a pick on the first drive, then he fumbles on the third drive of the second half, and then Texas A&M runs away from it. I can see that happening because in a big moment like this, he can look strong for half a game. The quarterback in Miami can do that. Second half of the game, crumbling. It's at Texas A&M also. They're going to be loud. They're going to be insane. So Home teams get advantage in tight games in the CFP for me. I am going to respect the noise in the college crowd. I'm going to respect the atmosphere.
I am on the same page here with Texas A&M. I think that you started this off with a really important part with Elko over Cristobal. I don't understand why there's been a lot of action on Miami in this. I don't understand why so many people feel so confident about Miami. And good on them. Go ahead. Make this line lower. Please make this line lower. I think it was at 4.5 at one point.
It was.
I feel pretty good about the one simple issue that Miami has shown. When they have been challenged in 2 games this year, they're 2 losses by teams that had quality passing attacks. Not even like elite passing attacks, quality passing attacks. Jordan Hudson, the other Jordan Hudson. Bill Belichick's girlfriend was not out there cooking that Miami secondary, although she probably could have.
Let her get a rap.
Just let her get out there. She said she wants to.
Come on.
He had 136 yards. So did Chris Bell of Louisville. Both games, big splash plays. Mario Craver, Casey Concepcion are going to feast on the secondary. It's the best secondary that they've seen. It's best wide receiver unit that they've seen. It is one of the best wide receiver units in the country. I don't think that they're ready for what they're about to see with the speed that Texas A&M brings to the table. So for this to be less than a touchdown at home, at Kyle Field, in a stadium where they have been desperate for this, beyond desperate for the relevance of this, to be in the college football playoff. They have been fighting for this so hard to the point where they moved to the SEC to get away from Texas and then got pissed off when Texas followed them to the SEC. They want to prove a point. And I think that this is the team that's going to be able to accomplish it.
I think so. They haven't had a huge win in that stadium since week 3 of this season. And I think they're going to need another one. Nothing on that. Not picking up on that one.
Oh, I missed it.
Who did Texas A&M play in week 3?
Oh, yeah. Well, that was at Notre Dame.
Was it?
That was.
It was at Notre Dame. I suck. God,
if you're gonna take a jab at me, at least get it right.
I'm grateful that
swing and a miss.
I'm great.
Idiot.
I'm grateful we had the same pick here. I'd hate to have done my Notre Dame, which team had the stronger win against them bit.
I hate you. Reminder, everybody who's tuned in, hit that subscribe button. Hit the like button on this video as well. It does a lot for us in growing the channel. Let's move on over to the NFL. If you could timestamp, that would be greatly appreciated. Update on the standings. We both went 1-2.
Nice.
Yeah, real good week. Current standings sit as follows. I am 8-10. Sean is 7-10-1. God, we are just awful at giving NFL picks. Holy hell. This has been a brutal showing. Because you are behind, I will let you go first. What do you want?
I need to have this segment stop going like this because this is 3 straight shows where I have been quote unquote behind. That ends today. That ends with this first pick, which is a bona fide winner. San Francisco given 5.5 versus the Indianapolis Colts. Quick math, Joe. Is San Francisco starting a quarterback over the age of 40 in this game?
Yes.
They are not. They are starting Brock Purdy. Indianapolis is starting the old man. Indianapolis falling apart down the stretch. They're playing real teams. San Francisco is the team that puts the final dagger in them and boots them out of the playoffs. That's how it works. San Francisco is a great team. Defense humming. Christian McCaffrey proved me wrong completely on the year. I thought his calves would have given out. I thought it was going to be a dud season. His yardage, he churns. It's good. Juwan Jennings has been great. Ricky Pearsall had a great game last week also. So the San Francisco 49ers doing the worst bit ever, which is just quietly clawing through the NFC and becoming like a crazy playoff dark horse that just can't stop winning.
I mean, to pick against Philip Rivers is a good strategy. Did Philip cover last week against the Seahawks?
Oh my God, I think he might have.
So
they did cover. They did freaking cover. I lost on that.
So you just had all that analysis.
Okay, that was more of a Sam Darnold Seattle issue because they had to win with a kicker. Jason Myers hit 6 field goals.
My pick that I want to grab here first. Bills minus 10.5 against the Browns. Found a nice little system that has some success. 7-5 are teams that are double-digit favorites against the spread this season. Bills 10.5 against this Browns team who, they've been scrappy. Shador's had some nice play, but he's still a rookie. And their offense has been really, really inconsistent. Buffalo is Buffalo. Buffalo showed that they had their lock-in moment. They got punched in the jaw, and they snapped into focus. Covering a 10.5-point spread against Cleveland is absolutely accomplishable. I don't think that this Cleveland team has what it takes to keep up with the Bills.
I'm not sure. I'm trying to think of a way.
If you're trying to think of a way to poo-poo me before you poo-poo me, I'm going to
Okay.
say that this was a total game where the Bills would play like total butt cheeks, and they would just let the Browns hang around with them and win by 3.
I don't think they would do that after the comeback win last week, though. I think it would be more
totally
of like a total containment of Allen it would take Myles Garrett having like 3 sacks in this game, but I don't think he does that against Big Dion. My next pick, I'm going with a dog here that shouldn't be a dog. It's actually making me irritated that this is a dog, and I know you're going to get to this game in the next segment. Patriots getting 2.5 versus the Baltimore Ravens. Why are they underdogs? Why would the Patriots be underdogs to the very mid Baltimore Ravens? They're not. Drake May's playing out of his mind. Travion Henderson's finding his footing in the backfield. They're done messing around with Ramondre Stevenson. Okay, the old slow back. Done for. Now we got a guy with some juice in the backfield that can carve you. It's not just Baltimore that can run the rock in this game. If that's what Vegas is thinking, they're dead wrong. New England can run the ball. New England's defense is good. Their defensive backfield is one of the best in the league. No one talks about them. I don't know why. They should be favored 2.5 in this one. Is it because they're at Baltimore? Why would I care if they're at Baltimore? That lame crowd in that bad stadium?
Okay.
I don't care. Patriots win this game. Patriots money line, Patriots spread. Alt the Patriots spread up. Make them favorites. Do what you want. They're not losing to Baltimore.
I like that one. That is one that I'm going to bring up in a second, so I'll save my thoughts on that. My next pick that I really like, Sean, I am going for the same exact reasoning here. 7-5, double-digit favorites against the spread this season. Texans minus 14.5 against the Raiders. Dude, this Raiders team has just progressively gotten worse. Progressively. And I'm legitimately worried when the Giants play them in a couple of weeks.
Mm-hmm.
That it's going to impact the Giants having the first overall pick. I am legitimately worried because that would be the Jackson Dart 350-yard game where everybody is just all geeked up and excited about him. Oh, look at that geeked up. And we just watch the Raiders completely slop around. And it's just a vomit fest for them. But this Raiders team is atrocious. The Texans, on the other hand, they're surging right now. They're picking up steam. They have found the momentum at the right time, albeit their offense has been inconsistent at times.
Yeah.
I'm not exactly scared of this Raiders defense.
I don't know if the Raiders cross the 50-yard line against Houston's defense. It could just be a suffocation. Are you doing a Sean bit today?
What's the Sean
The
bit?
big spreads. I'm going little spreads today.
I know. I'm usually but you usually just throw that out there blindly. I'm going.
I'm Sean. What a statement. That's a crazy statement. All right, let's go. Since you brought him up, I'll go with my final spread here. That's the Minnesota Vikings giving 2.5 versus the Giants. They could be giving 9. Anybody?
I'm not going to react.
Anybody?
I'm not going to react.
Is someone in the back laugh? No.
I'm not going to
react. Minnesota is duping the nation because J.J. McCarthy scored some points against the Cowboys. Congrats. That's good. They're an awful defense. The Giants don't have a terrible defense, but they're a terrible team. And they're tanking. And the quarterback keeps on getting his bell rung, and everyone's worried about his brain damage in the first year. Bad start there for the optics. Minnesota, though, well fleshed out team. I don't think they're in a we should lose for a better draft pick situation. Minnesota is in a we need to figure this thing out with our young quarterback and see if he is the future or not. Obviously, they're going to, I think, let him run through the rookie contract because they're stupid. But they're in the situation where we need to get as much good stuff on tape and have him get as much in-game live bullet chemistry as possible. And that comes with throttling the New York Giants. 2.5 spread. I like it.
Yeah, honestly, that would be a J.J. McCarthy thing to do. That would be a J.J. McCarthy thing to do, show up, play out of his mind. Not play out of his mind. Out of his mind is 240 yards and a touchdown. That's out of his mind, and he gritties into the end zone again.
The reaction after Monday night was abhorrent. What they were thinking about J.J. McCarthy being the future. He doesn't throw the ball with his feet on the ground. That's an issue for NFL quarterbacks.
Yeah. Yeah, that's not
his arm strength. What are you talking about? He's in the air. He's bad.
My last pick that I'm going to go with here. I am going to take Saints -4.5 against the Jets. I made the mistake of trying to pull off a crazy bit with the Jets. They're doomed. They're beyond doomed. And shockingly, a team that we were against betting in favor of, or we were constantly saying bet against them.
Yep.
Tyler Shuck is proving this idiot wrong. He's making
who? Did you point at me?
Yeah, I'm pointing at
That's
you.
crazy.
This idiot wrong. He's looked pretty good for a rookie, a 45-year-old rookie quarterback. I think that this is another spot where he plays pretty well and he continues to prove his worth. And this Jets secondary is absolute garbage. They're not going to be able to slow down the Saints offense.
I love this, and I love that the Saints are getting quote-unquote hot at the end of the year with quote-unquote starting quarterback Tyler Shuck, because that means they're going to start him next year, and they're going to have 3 wins next year. I can't wait. It's perfect. Let them go out and beat the brakes off the Jets. Do it, please, because that means you're going to get trapped with that doofus next year.
All right. Moving on over to frauds of the week. A favorite that we're shocked.
You ain't doing the lay?
Oh, the parlay. Shit. Okay. Forgot I'm not supposed to curse as much on this. All right. This week's parlay, the Ben Sinnott sucks parlay.
Oh, no.
I found this out. I hadn't realized. Dude, he has done nothing in the NFL. He was supposed to be a really good player. I almost forgot about him, and I discovered he has hit, I wrote it down here, 24 straight games he has gone under 1.5 receptions when that line has been there. And I looked. Every game that he's recorded a reception, he's had only one. Of course, this will probably be the Ben Sinnott breakout game.
Yeah, with Ertz getting completely clipped last week.
Right. Seahawks, money line versus the Rams at -122 is the first one that I like. Home favorites are 90 and 47 on the money line, so trying to grab them with good odds. And then Kirk Cousins, 12 straight games going over -0.5 rushing yards. So we're adding that into the line.
Oh my God. They're going up against Arizona. Maybe Zaven. Okay. All right. That's fine. My parlay additions: Denver money line versus Jacksonville at -174. This was my bubble spread game. Also, Denver's going to embarrass the Jaguars because Jacksonville's frauds. Next up, Patriots money line +130 versus Baltimore. I want them on the money line. I want them on the spread. I'm doubling up this week. All in on Patriots. They let me down very. What's the opposite? Often, infrequently is the amount of times they let me down. Then finally, Vikings money line -154 versus the Giants. If you got if you got some nuts sitting in your account, you built up a nice nut to play with, then you can just go right on a -154 money line here. That's exactly what you should be.
Why are you trying to crap all over my team right now?
What do you mean? I'm not trying to crap on it. Oh, defend them. Go ahead, defend the Giants versus the Vikings for me. I'll give you a minute right now to tell me why the Giants beat the Vikings, please. Yeah, that's what I thought. Dude, you stink on ice.
That's my game analysis, everybody. I wish I could write an article. I wish I could just write an article on that this week.
Oh, my God.
Hey, why the New York Giants will beat... That would actually make for a funny clip. Why the New York Giants are going to beat the Vikings.
Yeah.
Maybe.
It's the rest of this. Where's the rest of the clip, Joe? Oh, no. That's it. This
me
is
staring at the camera. A lot of silence. All right, frauds of the week. A team that is favored, that should not be favored, that you should consider betting against. You mentioned this. Ravens, -2.5 against the Patriots. Ravens have been all over the place. I know you saw me do the hand thing. I gotta stop doing that. I gotta stop doing that. 6-7 bit. Ravens have been all over the place. The Patriots, albeit blew a lead last week, are the truth in the AFC East. They have a potent offense that I feel like, even though the Ravens look good against the Bengals, I feel like they're going to be able to just straight up win this game. I would absolutely take Patriots money line. Forget covering. Patriots money line 100%.
Lamar seemed really off this year. Like shockingly off. And I don't think the Patriots are off at all. I think they're clicking. My fraud of the week.
Deep pull. Where did you get this?
I watched both of these teams in their respective conference championships. Western Michigan favored by 3.5 over Kennesaw State. Wrong. Incorrect. Fraud. I watched that MAC championship. Western Michigan was slopping it up. They're in these banana jerseys. They did not look good. I was not impressed with Western Michigan. Kennesaw State, they've been rolling all year. They've been covering all year. It's a good team. And I don't think the Owls, the hardy, beastly Owls of Kennesaw State, are worried about Western Michigan one bit. They're here to make some noise. They got a bowl game. They're going to win it.
I was not expecting the deep pull on Western Michigan.
I
don't have any counter analysis on this.
They're a little fraudulent.
I don't know enough about Western Michigan.
Their quarterback was throwing hospital balls all game. It was missing receivers by 6-7 yards. They couldn't run the ball that well. I was not impressed with them. Seeing them favorites, I didn't like it.
You forgot to put the timestamp in there.
Oh yeah,
Chief. All right, random bet of the week. Random bet from a random sport that we pulled. We both missed last week. We're going to get back. I'm 0-2. Sean's 1-1 on our random bets. My random bet of the week, I'm going to go Rugby Union Gallagher Premiership. -14.5 at -106 odds. Leicester versus Gloucester. Don't know rugby. It's a big spread, but the odds only being -106. Got to take it.
I believe that actually might be pronounced Leicester.
I don't care.
Okay.
You think I care? Oh, the Leicester's going to come get
Leicester. Leicester versus Gloucester.
However you say it. I got a lot of fan bases who give me a hard time. You think that they're going to come out of the woodwork?
I'll get them on you. Don't worry. I'll get it
track
clipped
them
up
down.
to the rugby
You
aggregates.
track them down.
Yeah, who's the Dov Kleiman of rugby?
Yeah, honestly. Oh, thanks for putting 28-ish. You also didn't put down the timestamp.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm all over the place. Oh, no, I
had
had it. It's 31. It's 31 for this one. I can comb back, brother.
Okay.
Why wouldn't I be able to comb back?
I don't know.
My random bet of the week, Kentucky women's volleyball -176 on the money line versus Wisconsin. I was looking for some of the other volleyball spreads. Like I like the Nebraska volleyball. I don't know. These ladies that play for Nebraska are like 7 feet tall. Every time I see them on TV, they're like
you're watching
redwood trees. You should watch the volleyball because it's really impressive athleticism. And I mean, they are hitting the hell out of this ball too. It's impressive. It's a good watch.
I don't know anything about.
I got you. Kentucky, I think, is volleyball. A pretty good team. I think Kentucky might have NIL'd their volleyball team up a good amount also. So I'm rolling.
I don't know if anyone's tracking the NIL movement for women's volleyball.
I tell you, the fun ain't going to football. They suck.
Well, actually, it might be with the fact that they just brought in Will Stein and then they stole Jay Bateman from Texas A&M. All right. We got to hear from our good friend, the AI sports geek betting model. We have been forced to include him, and he's been awfully chirpy off of the fact that he is 2-0. So he delivered a pick for us, an AI pick that he likes based on his analysis. This is the voicemail that he wait, where is it? Here we go.
Yo, what's poppin', you idiots? How about this 2-0 hanging on, you morons? Let's keep talking all that smack. 2-0! Hey, Sean, you keep out. Sean, I know you're struggling right now. Sean, you keep out. Sean, write this one down. I know that your picks are bad. You might want to write this one down. Here's what I got for you dummies this week. We're going Raiders +14 against the Texans at -115.
Can't wait till he's wrong.
Sean, you paid attention? Did you hear that one, Sean?
I am. Stop stuttering. You're a bot.
Idiot. I got another bet for you that you might want to consider taking. I got Sean at -450 on Saturday. None of his bets hitting, and then he goes and hides in his room the rest of the day.
What did you do to piss him off?
How about that one?
450 is a strong line.
I think he thinks it's going to happen.
Why? Okay. Interesting that he didn't think that it didn't think that Joe wouldn't miss a bet. I don't expect to lose any of my bets.
What did you do to piss him off? It was clearly something that you did to anger him.
I haven't heard such vitriol from a machine before. I'm not liking it. I don't like this cat. I don't like that he's stuck. Why did he feel the need to repeat to get my attention? Hey, big man, or hey, fat, whatever he was saying. I didn't like that.
Idiot.
Man.
He called you an idiot. I mean, I don't know what you did. I don't know what you did to piss him off.
Who on the Raiders is going to help score 14
I don't
points?
know. He had 100% confidence score in this one. I checked the website.
Is this the game where Genty like shows up? against the Texans?
I don't know.
For no reason? No, this is not the game.
He's not like us. He doesn't have analysis. He just spits out a number because he's a bot. This is why he's a loser. This is why we don't like him. But he's 2-0, so we've got nothing. He's got better success rate than we do. What are we gonna do?
I'm not liking that it is 2-0. I'm not liking that. You know what? It's fine. It'll be 2-1. All this cheese that it's talking, I'm not worried about it because the Raiders will not cover that. They just won't.
All right, let's close out with our cursed prop bets of the week presented by Quiz Blitz, your daily sports trivia game. Cursed prop bets are non-existent lines that we build ourselves that we would consider taking. Sean, what's your cursed prop bet of the week?
Over under 0.5 apologies issued from Kyrie Irving from pushing down a robot this week. Very violently pushing down a robot. My hero, an inspirational moment where one of these walking robots approached the Dallas Mavericks and he gave it a little shove and then he gave it a big shove. And that is what I would like to do with the AI Geek'd. If I ever saw it in the street, I wouldn't just give.
He's an entity. I don't think he's a real.
Put it in a machine. Put the AI, put the Geek'd in a machine. You're gonna see. It's not just gonna be a push. We're gonna see a spear. We're gonna see some WWE moves on this thing.
I feel like Kyrie thought. See those videos with the dog or like the deer robots where they're just kicking the crap out. They're just kicking it, trying to do the balance tests, and they're just abusing it. I think that he saw it and he just thought that was the same thing.
You know what I like? I like seeing all the people that come out and like defense of the robot. Like, why is the human's first reaction to violence? I'm like, you know what? Because we don't trust it.
I'm going to take the under on this. I think that he generally lacks remorse for a lot of things, and he definitely doesn't have remorse for a robot. Sean, my cursed prop bet of the week, over under 3.5 fat former retired quarterbacks who made phone calls to their agents asking if they could get a tryout with their local team.
Over. I mean, you might have had like Kevin Cobb picking up the phone and making a call. Like,
my mind went to Ben Roethlisberger first.
Yeah.
He was on the sideline for the Ring of Honor on Monday night. They showed him, and my first thought was, he totally called and asked if he could suit up.
He was so injured at the end of his career, though. Like, so injured. There's no way they would let him. I definitely think you're over. I think
who's the big fat quarterback that we talked about on Hack City that was wearing the jean shorts? Was it Dante Culpepper?
It was Dante Culpepper.
He totally picked up the phone. You tell me Donovan McNabb? You think that he didn't pick up the phone?
Donovan McNabb? Yeah.
Hey, Jimmy, you make any phone calls for me? I want to get back on that field. Donovan, you're 50.
You know what I'd take? I'd like to see Romo get out of the booth. I'd like to say, Jim,
he's not fat, though.
I just got a call. I got to go down and save this team.
I don't know, Jim. They're asking him to go down and play.
They're faster now.
I don't know, Jim. I can guess what play they're going to run, though.
Oh my God! Yeah, I take so many fat quarterbacks. I hope Matt Hasselbeck took a call. He was doughy. I hope like Jeff Garcia took a call. He hasn't played since like 06.
Oh, yeah. That would be a good one. I'm trying to think who else is fat and like we still.
Matt Schaub was fat.
Matt Schaub would be a good one.
I love me some Matt Schaub.
See, Peyton and Eli. Eli's he's not in Philip Rivers shape. He's not in Ben Roethlisberger shape. He's not in Dante Culpepper shape.
Can I tell you this?
Okay.
What about Dilfer? Dilfer's a little doughy.
I don't know if he's doughy. I don't know if he's like big, dumpy doughy.
I'm also, for me, the worm has turned with the Mannings, by the way.
What?
I'm over them.
What?
I'm completely
what
and
turned
totally
you?
over
What
them.
turned you?
It was actually Philip Rivers who turned me and showing that he was such a football guy. And even though he cried at the podium, I thought it was so cool that he went out there and just wanted to play some football. And the Mannings are sitting in their freaking quarter zips, just doing nothing. I can't stand it. What does this
have to do with that?
They should be. Peyton should be running a team, and Eli should at least be coaching somewhere. Like that's what it should be.
Eli doesn't have coaching chops. You think that he's
won 2 Super Bowls? Go be the quarterbacks coach at Ole Miss. Go down there and coach quarterbacks.
No.
Go live in the warm.
No.
Stop doing hokey bits on ESPN.
I think that these guys that win enough at a high level that they have no desire to be around the game further.
Could Carson Palmer play right now?
How fat is he? I'm only making the call if they're fat.
I thought Carson Palmer was semi-fat when he was in Arizona.
He was in kind of good shape.
Do you think Kyler Murray's going to get really fat after the NFL?
Oh, you kidding me? Are you kidding me?
I hope he does.
He's got no motivation to stay in shape.
I freaking love Kyler.
They're going to find him, and he's going to be like Eric Cartman build. God, him getting fat would really make me happy. All right, everybody, we got to get out of here. At Joe DeLeone, at Sanderson Radio. Make sure to hit that subscribe button on the show. Hit the like button as well. We'll talk to you later.